kapag nilagyan na natin ng intent or perceived intent, baka magkaroon pa ng issue, madidistract tayo. No? So as a candidate, I am only asking for a fair shake. No? As a fair shake lang. Pero kung titingnan natin yung strictures of the law, napakalinaw that the spring rose higher than the source. Ang sabi nila sa kasi sa mga legal maxim, the spring cannot rise higher than the source. Ang nangyari dito, yung resolution ng COMELEC, mas tumaas pa ang kapangyarihan kaysa sa batas. Bawal po yun kahit mag-aral po kayo ng administrative law. So ang gusto lang namin, ibalik na lang sa manual voting, lalo na sa OFW online voting. Ngayon, may mga magtatanong, ano mangyayari niyan? May hirapan tayo? Hindi po. In some countries, like I think sa KSA, manual po ang voting. So, ibig sabihin, posible naman. So, I think, ang mas gusto namin panawagan sa COMELEC din, hindi lang po sa Korte Suprema. Sa COMELEC din na instead of a legal battle that ensues for a long period of time, nananawagan po kami, baka naman unilaterally, they can decide to just implement the strictures of the law. Yun lang po.
Attorney Raul?
Yeah, dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi ni Attorney Jimmy. Well, maliwanag naman na ako kilala ko naman si Chairman George Garcia, and I think he may have the right frame of mind and intention. Kaya niya gustong i-implement itong online voting. But medyo in-stretch niya yung kahulugan ng umiiral na batas just to accommodate a certain untested manner of conducting voting at this point in time. So, sabi nga namin, walang batas na nagbibigay ng kapangyarihan sa kanya directly. And we are talking here of the right of suffrage, the most important right of a Filipino in a representative democracy, na kung saan pantay-pantay tayong lahat, mayaman, mahirap. Dito lang yung pagkakataon na tayo ay pare-pareho rito, mabibilang yung nag-iisang boto natin na tayo ay makakaboto pursuant to existing law. Walang batas na nagsasabi na pwedeng gawin yon. Though yung justification ni Chairman Garcia and the members of the commission, with all due respect to them, hindi namin po yun matatanggap. And after studying very carefully existing laws and the resolutions passed by the Commission on Election, nakita namin na merong basis yung apprehension and fears of our overseas Filipino workers. Kasi sila, hirap na nga sila doon sa online voting registration pa lang sa ngayon. Kailangan mo magpa-register ulit doon sa portal ng COMELEC at hindi pare-pareho yung internet services sa iba't ibang mga bansa. Merong mababagal at medyo hirap na hirap sila. So, lalong madi-discourage yung ating mga overseas Filipino workers na bumoto. Tapos, imagine that I think it's only 15 minutes yung binibigay na timeline or lead time. Pag hindi, automatic, magsha-shutdown na hindi ka na pwedeng makaboto. So, you will be disenfranchised. That's because you cannot go on registering or casting your vote because of technology or system that has not yet been proven. Meron na tayong existing na a way of absentee voting for how many elections already? 2010, 13, 16, 19, 22, at least 5 elections na. At okay naman yung mga turnouts ng mga OFW voting. Although ang sinasabi kasi ng COMELEC na with this new system that we would like to implement this coming election, mas dadami raw yung mga possible na magkakas ng kanilang vote. Kasi in previous election, mga nasa 35-38% lang yata yung mga OFW na buboto. They would want a higher percentage of overseas Filipino workers' votes to because the turnout mas mataas. But okay, mas marami siguro nagpa-register pero baka nga naman hindi sila makaboto. Kasi sila mismo ang nagsasabi, itong mga overseas Filipino workers groups, not just in Hong Kong. Binisita ako ng mga leaders ng OFW dito sa Pilipinas when they came to my office, mga galing sa Korea, galing sa Singapore, galing sa Malaysia, galing sa UAE, at I received so many messages and requests na hindi namin maintindihan itong online voting. So in effect, you are now systematically disenfranchising itong mga OFW in a system that has not yet been proven. At sinabi ng COMELEC, based on the guidelines that we have read, mga 77 electoral posts na itong i-implement nila itong online voting. And just imagine that. Siguro kung i-pilot mo na dito, testingin mo na siguro sa 5, baka pwede pa natin siguro palampasin. It's not going to have really a big effect in the outcome of the election. Pero 77, that I think is ito yung kinakabahan itong mga overseas Filipino. It's not us who is really apprehensive of this, but our overseas Filipino workers na sila gustong-gusto nila talagang makaboto, lalong-lalo na sa eleksyon na ito. They really would want their votes casted and at the same time counted. At iyon ang kanilang gustong iparating dito. Kaya nga, bumisita mahigit 200 overseas workers ang gustong pumirma sa petition sabi ni Atty. Torion, tama na yung 10 siguro kasi masyadong magiging makapal na yung ating annexes. Nakita niyo naman kung gaano kakapal na itong petition na final natin sa Supreme Court. And that goes to show na yung interest, yung clamor ng ating mga overseas Filipino workers ay napakataas dito sa ating ginagawang hakbang na balik tayo doon sa original na tested na pwede makaboto ang ating OFWs.